Greetings, Herrera Families. For those of you who I've not yet met, my name is Mrs. Fieri, the very proud principal here at Nieto Herrera Elementary School, where we are the pride of Long Beach. It is my great honor to welcome you to the 2021 school year. And I know that starting the school year online is not what most students or families were hoping. But I'm here to share with you that we will be prepared to make this school year successful for your children. My goal for this video today is to ensure that families understand the schedule for online learning that will start September 1st for all of our students, TK, kindergarten through 5th grade. And also to make sure you understand the options that you're given to decide for when we can bring students back to school physically, that you understand the schedules to choose from when we can bring the students back. Okay, so to share this information, I'm going to share my screen here. You may have seen these schedules on an email I sent out recently or on the school district's ParentVUE account where you choose your preferred schedule for when we return to school. But I wanted to go through each schedule and make sure that our families understand our plans so far and your options for when we bring kids back to campus. All right, so this information is for you as families, and I hope it's helpful and provides some clarity in terms of getting started this year. All right, so I hope the date, Tuesday, September 1st, is something that you and your children already know and are talking about. September 1st is our first day of school for this school year, and it will be 100% online for all grade levels. Okay, and we will maintain this schedule until we're able to have approval to bring the students back to campus. So for our 1st through 5th grade students, here's a sample schedule of what your child's day will look like online. Approximately, starting at 9 o'clock a.m. and ending at 3 o'clock p.m. And those of you who were with us last year and who had home learning experience in the spring, what will be different this year is that daily attendance will be marked at the start of the day. All students will be expected to log on at 9 o'clock a.m. I've heard the concern from parents that that's a long day to be in front of a screen. And I want you to know that the teachers and I, along with our school district, are working to ensure that our online school day is developmentally appropriate, that the students engage with their grade level skills and standards, but also have a great experience getting to know their classmates, building friendships, and building social emotional learning throughout the day. So a sample schedule is here. We will start the day at 9 o'clock. Like I said, the students will get to know each other, get to know their teacher. There will be warm-up activities that are great for our social emotional learning. We will follow that with English language arts instruction. Students will engage in reading and writing and be given direct instruction from their teacher online and move into guided practice of whatever the focus area is. We will have a sort of like a recess break in the morning. It will include mindfulness, movement, time for a snack, bathroom break, water break. We will follow that with mathematics lesson, again with the teacher giving direct instruction on their skills and standards. There will be time built in for collaborative learning and independent learning, where students are working in small groups with their classmates. Students will be given tasks to do on their own, and the teacher will be monitoring how they're doing, providing feedback and next steps. There will be a lunch break. Approximately 12 to 12:45 is going to be the lunch break, and after lunch, we will integrate other subjects like science, physical education, art, and PE, and carry over more practice with language arts and math in the afternoon. And we will be building in time every day for small group instruction, English language development, and guided reading, depending on your child's needs. So you can picture a combination of whole group instruction, small group instruction, collaborative groups, independent work, integrated throughout the day. And that's for our 1st through 5th graders. So once again, daily attendance required and mandated. School will start at 9 o'clock, just like a regular school day, but school will start by logging in. And they will be using their username and password just like they did last year. And more to come from our teachers and from me on getting ready for that first day of school. Okay, for our TK and kindergarten students, of course, just like everyone else, they are going to engage in online learning. What's different about TK and kindergarten is there will be one of 2 schedules that these students are assigned to. They will be online either from 9 o'clock to 11:20 a.m. or from 12:30 to 3 o'clock p.m. So to our kindergarten and TK families, I want you to know that we will be having a special orientation just for you. We will be asking you to give your preference of either the AM or PM schedule for online kindergarten and TK classes. But just like with the older kids, we're looking across the students' time online as including social emotional learning, English language arts with learning to read and write, building in mindfulness and movement, mathematics lessons every day, and the integration of science, physical education, art, and history with closure at the end of the day. So for all of our families, please plan to engage with your children and your teachers at the start of the year to understand what's expected of them online and how to make this era of learning online the best for your students. We're all here to work together and make it the best experience possible for every scholar from home. All right, so let's talk about the schedules. Should we be allowed to return students to school physically? And all parents and guardians are asked to complete the student re-enrollment application. This application is posted into your ParentVUE account. But I want to make sure you understand what options are available to you as an elementary school parent. The deadline to submit your survey is this Friday, August 14th. Parents, if you've already submitted a survey, but for some reason want to change your option, you can do so just by submitting the survey again by this Friday. All of our families are being asked at this time to project what you would like for your child when we are allowed to come back. And that choice is either online or in-person instruction when it's safe to do so. The schedule options are called Instructional Models, and I have the choices on the following slides. Okay, so for our students in 1st grade through 5th grade, there are 3 instructional models to choose from. Again, this is for when we're allowed to bring students back to school. The first option would be full day at school. This means your children would be on campus from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock, similar to just our regular school schedule. They'll be here for a full day with lunch during that school day. The details here about Group A and Group B have to do with when we do come back physically, we will be following strict health and safety guidelines, and we will have to keep students 6 feet apart, and students will need to wear a mask, as will all staff. And more to come, and all of the safety and health guidelines will be following. But to understand this schedule, I want you to know if you choose the full person in-day model, the student will be in a class with their teacher, but we'll need to divide the students into 2 groups so that the class size will be small enough to keep the children 6 feet apart. So your teacher will spend about half the day teaching Group A and half the day teaching Group B, and we will have a staff supervisor. This could be a college aide, another employee on campus like a rec aide or other assistant who will assist the teacher in delivering the instruction of the day. So it would look like the teacher giving direct instruction, small group instruction, and then students working independently under the direction of an assistant. Okay, so that's an overview of our full day at campus from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock on a daily basis. Option 2 is called the hybrid model. And this option has the student coming to school on campus from 9 o'clock to 11:40 with instruction with their classroom teacher, direct instruction, small group instruction with their teacher, but then going home and completing their independent work on their own at home. And we would be expecting the students to work approximately till 3 o'clock on their language arts, math, and other subjects. In this model, students would take their lunch home with them rather than stay at school for lunch. Okay, so that's option 2. It's called hybrid, with basically 2 hours and 40 minutes here on campus and then the rest of the day at home. And option 3 for our first through 5th grade students, option 3 is to keep your child on the at-home online learning schedule. This is the virtual model. Your child would still be with their online learning, following the schedule I showed you previously. And this is for our families who prefer their child not to come back to school physically and to keep with online learning for the whole school year. Okay, so those are the 3 options. You let me know as your principal. You will let me know your preference by completing the questionnaire that's posted on your ParentVUE account. For our TK and kindergarten students, it's a similar choice but has a slight difference. There's only 2 choices for our kindergarten students. It's either half day in person or your half day online at home. So as I just shared for your online schedule, our kinder students are either from 9 to 11:20 or 12:30 to 3 o'clock online. You could keep that schedule the whole year, or you could choose for your child to come back to school in person, and they would be placed on the in-person schedule for either 9 o'clock to 11:40 or 12:20 to 3 o'clock in person. So the kindergarten schedule does not have a hybrid model to choose from, just either in person on the half-day schedule or online with the half-day schedule. Okay, so I want you to know that any questions or clarifications you need on the schedules to start the school September 1st and or when we return to school physically, I'm here to answer questions, have conversation with you. You can call the school office or email me with your questions or concerns. And to everyone, our next steps as a community will be to prepare for that first day of school. So with that, I'll be announcing how families can check out a Chromebook and Wi-Fi hotspots if needed. Those of you who checked out the technology last year and kept it, you will be keeping that technology for this year. If you have any, those of you who checked out Chromebooks already, if they're not working properly or you're having any issues, you can come and make an exchange. And that we will soon be announcing the date for that Chromebook distribution. Also, you can expect to receive all of the school supplies your child will need to participate in online learning, as well as textbooks for their grade level. We will be announcing the date and time for each grade level to come and pick up their supplies. And finally, the week before we start school, you will be able to view your teacher assignment on that ParentVUE account, and you will get all the directions needed for your child to log in and get started with their teacher. Okay, so once again, please call me. My office staff and I are here to help address any concerns or questions you have about the schedules. You can also email me at cfieri@lbschools.net. Stop presenting. I want you to know that I hope this video provided you with a little more detail and clarity on understanding our plan for online learning and our schedule options for when we can come back physically. It's been a pleasure to talk with you all. I really hope that you're feeling like you have the information needed to at least take the next steps in preparation for our 2021 school year. I look forward to talking with you and seeing you soon. And as always, go Huskies.